I'm sure you know what I do. If I tell you I'm into personal branding, you'll be like, yeah, we know it. It's mentioned in all your videos. But have you ever thought about the fact that even though I teach, or not only teach, I help other people in personal branding, I need to practice what I preach. I need to position myself as a brand. I need to earn the money to be able to do what I do. And that comes to the part where most people don't realize that that is by far the hardest thing to do, you know. See, when you have somebody else who will irritating. When you have somebody else who does the personal branding for you, or consulting or thinking for you, it saves you time, effort and money. But when you have to do it for yourself, that is without a doubt the hardest thing in the world to do. It's very hard. It's not easy at all, because you have to step back and evaluate yourself. And trust me, it's not easy. I've been practicing the skill from a very young age, like how to improve, how to become better, how to look good, how to impress girls, how to impress, employers for a job, what to say. And mind you, when I was young, there was no internet, there was no Google, there was no social media, there was no way to figure out how to improve. There was no chatting service. You couldn't network with people. It was a very difficult time. So I had to use my brains and think, like, what do I do? And there was hardly any magazines or books. So from there to the point of having access to all the books, then coaching services, coaches, mentoring, spending money on courses, spending money on seminars, conferences, you finally start, getting a perspective, but you're still not sure. And then last, it comes down to your own, the moment of realization where you find, this is how I actually have to evaluate myself. This is how I actually have to change myself. There's no good, there's no bad. Nobody needs to be a hero. Nobody needs to be liked. You don't have to dance to people's tunes. So then obviously the main question comes, what is important then? And from there, the fundamental foundation in personal branding, it comes to money. If you are making money and you're giving value, like you're getting value, that is money, and you're giving people value, that is your service, and you're able to sustain and survive, that's personal branding, and you're able to grow. So for me now, the challenge is, this brand of mine I created years ago, the half face, controversial guy, always say, what the fuck you want and all that. From there, now I have to move to Loy, who's 40, 44, 43. I have to now start reshaping my brand for what I want it to be when it's nearing its 60s, in order to stay relevant, because I can't jump around and act like that same kiddish, brave, reckless guy. No, I have to evolve with times. I have to repackage, reposition myself, and I have to appeal to a different audience. If I have to earn more, I can't do the same nonsense that I used to do, like the attention grabbing gimmick, jumping around, sticking the tongue out, and no, it has to be different. Especially when you take on the role of being a father, being the role of a husband. It's not because they are there. You just don't feel like it, and you don't feel like jumping around. And you can have a look at, for example, WWE superstars. I'll give you the best example is Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels, during the younger days, he was this playboy. He calls himself the toy boy. He used to always, have that X on the crotch and have girls who would show, the attitude era where they showed themselves, with their boobies and all that. But later on, after Shawn Michaels underwent a renaissance where, I think addiction or whatever, depression, and then he, converted to Christianity, or accepted Jesus, as he said, and he put on this religious persona, where religious in the sense he used to kneel down before, in his entrance when he would come, he would shake his butt and he would dance around. But now when he would come to the ring, he would always kneel down, lift his hands up in the sky to show gratitude, showing that he has now taken God into his life. And today, if you look at it, he's a shell of what he used to be. You know, he has undergone, I think, multiple surgeries. He's pretty squinty, his eyes you can make out. I don't know if he has had eye surgery or whatever. So people change with time. You can see Mike Tyson, how he was when he was young, aggressive and I'm going to fuck you, I'm going to kill you, I'll kill your children and wife and this and that. Now he is more respectful, but obviously can't take him for granted. So we all evolve with time. So for me also, I have to change. I cannot be the same old Loy Machedo who started off, you know. And yes, how it's going to start is obviously the brand communication. Like, how do I communicate me to the world? Before, it was the world's #1 personal branding strategist. So that will change now. The slogan will change. The image, the photographs, then maybe the content will change. My profile, which I used to have, that will change. Like everyone has a resume, I also have my profile, that will change. So everything is going to change, you know. Like people like to say, okay, it's a 2.0 version. I don't know how many .0s I have, but it's going to change. It's going to be a complete rebrand. I've already discussed this with my website guy. I've discussed it with my Google guy. And along with that, I have to start thinking of articles, and because that, you know, couples with the brand. So maybe I'll look at different strategies. LinkedIn, Medium, Quora, anyway, I'm banned, so I can't do anything there. So it'll move in different sectors and segments, you know. I might be a guest writer, put small articles here and there. So, you know, there's a thought process involved. And it's going to take at least 5 years. 5 years of consistent, persistent, and, you know, focused hard work towards a particular direction, while making sure that the money that I earn is not impacted. Means I have to earn more. That's the end result. So it's going to start. You're going to see, if you go to my website and whatever you see, all that is going to change. It might be very small or it might be very big, but you'll see the changes on the website. You'll see my YouTube videos will be more or less the same, but like you must have seen, the ads that have come out have been different. You know, the intros, outros, even you can see it's written down, whoisloymachedo.com. That might change. So it's going to change. It has to change because I have to evolve. You see this with countries, you see this with companies, and you'll see it with successful individuals. So my rebrand process is going to start from now. And it's not going to be like just launch a brand. No, it's going to be subtle. You know, you're going to test. Does this work? Does this not work? These articles, does it bring traction? No. Does it bring eyeballs? Yes or no? Do I have to put this in the intro? Do I have to put that in the intro? So all this kind of has to go into it. And the only challenging bit is nobody will be there to tell me, is this right or wrong? I have to figure it out myself while looking at certain metrics and finding out the ROIs. Because what you are in your 20s, you can't be the same in your 40s, you can't be the same in your 60s. So the evolution has to take place. And that's it. So anyway, guys, I'll keep you updated. If you have any questions with regards to the rebranding process, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Okay? You guys take care. Vinny signing off.